I don't think people understand the blessing of just being a human, being alive. I mean, I guess if you just understand the blessing of life, it doesn't have to be human. It can be anything. Like, we're the smartest form of life. It's the reason I understand this is, picture when a person dies and they have a near-death experience and they go to the light and come back and they talk about the light. Well, I've been practicing not only meditation and astral projecting and stuff like that, they say silence your mind. Okay, the reason that people get near-death experience things is because how much closer than silencing your mind can you be than when your mind almost shuts off completely? That makes sense. Your spirit actually leaves and comes back. So, I mean, of course that's been explained, but I'm trying to say it like in better words where you see what I'm trying to. When your body totally turns off. I mean, I know this because I've experienced every body turning on and off. I can see what it feels like to turn on and off. I mean, I can think hard enough and experience death, and I don't want to do that. So, but at the same time, it's a beautiful thing because death is just the leaving of a body. It's how the person leaves, when they leave in fear, if they leave in love, or if they leave in faith, or if they leave in, a terrifying accident or something. That all does matter. It all changes the vibration of your spirit. I know it sounds funny, but it does. So when people have near-death experiences, and some of them say they saw this, and some of them say they saw that, or some of them, people will get possessed by a spirit. The possession of the spirit that comes through them is still God. It's the God piece of them that's coming through, but it's them showing their fears of the things they fear the most, acting on their, on their insecurities, stuff like that. And they think it's a demon because, God wouldn't be that, of course, but the person is feeling the power of the God in them, and they misinterpret it or use it wrong, of course. I mean, they don't even misinterpret it. They don't think that it's God. They just think that there's something in them. Oh, so I'm possessed. Everybody's possessed by the spirit that's moving your body around. Think about it. But then when your frequency goes to different things, that's when people think, and there's tons of people who can hear multiple voices. Don't tell me you haven't heard that. There's tons of people who can tell the future or whatever. I can't do all that stuff. I've seen my own. I've seen probable futures of existence, but I haven't tried to tap into one specific person's because that's not going to help our involvement of life unless maybe that one person has some kind of major influence at this point. I mean, I can't. I mean, at this point, until I develop more, I mean, I actually think I could develop more. I mean, I'm just beginning my development stuff. I've always believed in myself and all that kind of stuff, but the amazing amount of information that I'm getting through spiritual vibration is pretty crazy. I mean, I know it sounds odd. I mean, putting in those words just sounds weird. Who would go out and say that? Would you go out and say that? No. Would I want to go out and say that? No. I don't want to say it, but I feel I have to because I believe it with my heart and soul. And I'm not crazy. I'm just saying right now, I'm not crazy. I mean, so if anyone rocks me up and says I'm crazy, then they'll be like, oh, he's crazy. The craziest person's going to say he's not crazy. Well, guess what? Every person can go crazy. Every person can be crazy. You go to the sports game and you're like, woo! You get like insane fan mode. You're crazy at that moment, aren't you not? I mean, would you walk around you do that in the mall next time you're at the mall and around a whole bunch of people you don't know and you're all worried about being insecure? You wouldn't go, woo! I tell you what, I would, because I'm not afraid. And it doesn't prove anything, but I would do just about anything because I'm not afraid. I understand what happens. I've died and come back every time, every existence. I felt it all. And I know it doesn't make sense, but I felt it all in one big boom. But if I concentrate on it, I can think about it and feel it. But why would anybody want to do that? I don't want to go back in the past and think of how someone died or what they wanted to say or what they wanted to remember, because they're really just a reflection of you. It's like, it's hard to explain. I don't understand how I could even explain that. It's so much. I mean, there's billions of souls, and billions and billions and billions. I don't expect anyone to believe me because it's such an intense thing, and I haven't seen them all individually, but in one big bang theory, one big bang. See, that's probably how someone. That's probably, dude. Honestly, what I just realized is what happened to me when I say everything happened in a millisecond. It felt like the Big Bang. That's probably what somebody had happened to them before, and they explained it. They explained it however they interpreted it in their words. Does that make sense? Why the Big Bang Theory is called the Big Bang Theory? Well, there you go.